Now, there may come a point in your life where you wonder to yourself, how wide is a country mile? Well, it's approximately from here to here, which is the length of our to-do list. Our to-do list is a country mile wide. Oh, also, there's a whole bunch of new stuff here. This is our old island, RIP in peace. All these are dead, broken, done. I broke the mechanics. They won't work anymore, ever. RIP. It's over. It's been a good run. Except for these three. These three are still trucking along. Anyway, we built our new island. I've spent hours and hours working on this stuff. And I'm designing it, trying to design it to make it as efficient as possible and make just a buttload of money at a time. Unfortunately, we have a to-do list. And the primary thing on our to-do list that we need to take care of is this right here. Figure out the hopper problem. Most of our crafting robots are completely set up, ready to go. The problem is our mob farm is not working correctly. We keep getting, for whatever reason, all these hoppers breaking. And I've tried rearranging the chests and moving around the chests and changing the hoppers, but they keep getting stuck like this, and then they fill up both the chests and stop transferring items into the other chest. So you can only AFK for like 10 minutes, and then you've hit your max, and as a result, these chests where we collect, where all the stuff ends up, are nearly empty. There's nothing in them. They should be, especially with minced beef and nether bones, they should be almost full, but they're just not. So that's a problem we're figuring out, and I tried troubleshooting it a bunch yesterday, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what the problem is without rebuilding it, which I don't particularly want to do because I already set up all of the conduits. If you look below here, just this absolute maze of conduits all firing at the same time. But essentially, I spent a bunch of time trying to figure out the hopper problem, and I wanted to go ahead and put it in this video to see if anyone has any other ideas of what to do. I'll break them all down again and redo them, but for some reason, I don't know why. Like, originally I had them touching, which is why they look so weird right now. So I thought maybe fixing them that way or reorienting them so the hoppers weren't touching the chests from the other chains might fix it, but that didn't work. I tried doing some of them in the chunk and some out of the chunk. I just cannot for the life of me figure out what the issue is. So I'm gonna, I guess, try, I don't know. The problem, so one of the things is hoppers on our island. If we look at our boosts, we have a boost here, which vanilla hopper transfer rate is 2 times items. So one of our, not really an issue, just a slight hiccup, is that hoppers transfer items quicker than the conduits do. So that's why I had these buffer chests. But I guess I can try doing it with just straight up only having our auto chest directly onto the conduit. I just worry that that is going to fill up the hopper chest and we're going to waste materials. Or the auto chest. I worry that just having this directly it's going to be too slow transferring them, and the auto chest is going to pick up items quicker than the conduit can transfer them. So if you're AFK, we'll just end up with a bunch of useless items that aren't being transferred. So the moral of the story is, if you have any ideas, if you know what's causing that problem, because it's not happening anywhere else on our island. It's not happening with any of these chests. It's not happening with any of these auto chests or systems over here. One thing I did try was I tried removing all the useless extra stuff. So I left most of these builds together, but I went through yesterday and broke all the extra hoppers that we weren't using to try to see if it was like just an excess number on our island or if there was lag somehow. And I can't figure it out because all of these hoppers are working fine. You'll notice that the chests are completely full. It's only these few sets over here because it's also happening with this tower. Maybe this one's fixed now. I don't know. Seems to be working enough. The only other thought I have is that there's something. Yeah, see, they're stuck here. Right there is where they're stuck. So the only other thing I can think of is if this chunk is somehow faulty, but I don't really want to move all of the item conduits and everything. So I guess if that's gonna be the only other fix I can think of, and it does the job, it gets the problem fixed, then I may just have to go ahead and do that. I don't want to, but I can. So yeah, if you have any other ideas on what the problem could be or what could be causing the problem or how to fix it, let me know in the comments section, because it would be a huge help and would make a gigantic difference in this series. It's also happening down here on our furnace system. They're getting stuck right here and in this chest and this hopper, and then they just get all backed up and nothing gets transferred. So I'm really worried it's only this chunk, because if you notice, this one seems to work fine, but this one gets broken. So I'm kind of, like I said, I'm at a loss, and I'm really worried it's a problem with this specific chunk, and I just have to move everything, which sounds not like the most fun, but like I said, it would kind of be the end of the world, because I have so much of the item conduits already set up, and I don't want to have to go through and redo all of these. And I wouldn't have to do all of them, but any item, any crafting robot or system that deals with a cooked food or a mob drop is going to have to be redone if I can't figure out this hopper issue in a different chunk, which there's some workarounds I might be able to figure out how to fix it. But if this can keep up, by all means. I just don't think that it actually can. I just don't know why items aren't being pulled out of here quick enough. So that's the problem I'm having. If you have any ideas of how to fix it, let me know. You can comment, or I'll include a link to a Discord channel I made. So we're going to get the collective brain on this one to see if we can figure it out. Although this hopper isn't in the chunk. Actually, this hopper isn't in the chunk, and it seems to also be having a problem. But let's pull some items out of here and see if it is a problem or if the chest was just full. This one actually seems to be working fine. So yeah, big time issue. Serious worry that I have right now that I'll have to redo a bunch of stuff, because I spent hours and hours and hours on the start of our new area. But that's the reason I haven't posted in a couple of days, is because I've been working tirelessly on everything that has to do with our new island and kind of moving on from this chapter of our life. Which this was really good. It wasn't scalable. Like, I hit a limit of the amount of stuff I could grow, the amount of mobs I could farm, the amount of stuff I could craft. And it wasn't doing it for us. We needed more room. So now everything over here is scalable. It's bigger. The conduits are made more smoothly. I spent a lot of time on the AH on the auction house buying auto chests, and then I also added a couple of people to our island. They were, if you look here on our members, we got Super Awesome and Dabin PvP. And they both had their own islands, and they were kind of done with it, kind of over. They had hit where they were wanting to hit. So they just wanted an island where they could occasionally come on and grind and not be in charge of anything else. So I said, by all means, join in. So Dabin actually gave me a ton of auto chests as well, which has helped tremendously. I think he gave me five or six, which has been a huge help. And then I still have, I think, 4 or 5 more. So I still have 4 more auto chests to play with as more updates come out, as we build our farms bigger, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to keep buying more auto chests because they're super handy to have. Like I said, the goal here is to make an island that is incredibly efficient and just makes a load of money. Ultimately, I want to be able to make $1 billion a day. I think that's a little ways down the road. We got to increase our farming and mob and ore levels a little bit, I think. But if we can get the hopper problem fixed, I think we're going to be in really good shape. Everything here I designed to be scalable and able to be added to. So we can obviously add more spawners to our mob farm. We can add more crafting robots over here, and then we can, of course, add levels to all of our farm systems. So this is the beginning of Redbeard Enterprises. That's what I'm naming our new island. Currently, it's called Redbeard Ranch. But Redbeard Enterprises is the new look, the new name, the new goal. We're going to be out here making money once we figure out the hopper problem. So I know this was a little bit more of a talky episode, not too much action, just a lot of exposition. So if you're still around, you listen to all of that, I appreciate you. You're the best. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. You a real one. If you are a real one, you'd also subscribe. Just slide that little plug in there. But apart from that, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.